With the increase in oil and gas production in the U.S., how is that going to affect the Canadian economy with the exports that we have to the U.S.?
That's a great question, and you know, I mean, there's two parts to that. One is that, as we all know, that there's a difference between WTI oil and Brent crude, and Brent is the international price, and WTI is the domestic price. And typically, Canadian, it's even worse for oil sands. We're getting $30, $40 less than WTI. And the reason is because there's not enough pipeline capacity to get our oil to the refiners where it needs to go, which is the Gulf Coast. And that's why TransCanada wants to build a pipeline through the U.S. called the Keystone XL. So, I mean, that there's with all of this new energy production, you need to have more infrastructure. And it's not just the Keystone XL, it's a whole new pipeline system to accommodate all of these new energy fields. That's going to take some time, and there's going to be some dislocation, but it will happen. As far as Canadian oil and gas and the demand for it, especially oil, you know, as much as there's been an increase in oil supply in the U.S., they still will not be. They still need Canadian oil. They still need to import oil. And if I were the U.S., I'd rather get it from Canada than Venezuela or the Middle East. So I think, you know, there's still going to be a demand. And if there's not, then obviously the key is to try and get access to other markets, which is, you know, obviously a continuing focus for the Canadian government.